Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, today was my pre-trial. It was originally scheduled, my bench trial, related to the incident with my nephew. I want to report to you what happened at the pre-trial and where we are. And I will begin by saying that my trial, my bench trial in front of Judge Doug Grothaus will be on March 8th at 8:30 in Kenton County, room 4A. The bottom line is that I waived my right to a jury trial because the nature of this case fits very well for a judge to decide guilt and innocence. And sentencing. In addition to that, I strategically did something this morning that I thought was very, very successful, and it's this. I made the judge aware that I was willing, despite not being guilty of trespass or harassing communication, that I was willing to plead guilty to both of those today in exchange for they dropped the menacing. They insist upon the menacing charge, and what's ridiculous about it is I was willing to agree. This is standard, by the way. I asked around. I haven't practiced criminal law for a while, but I've asked around, and 2 lawyers told me that, yeah, 90 days, conditionally discharged, you don't do anything else, would be the standard sentence for these charges. In other words, you don't serve any time, you stay out of trouble. Well, bottom line is I wanted the court to know that I was willing to get this over with today, save him the trouble, everybody the trouble of a trial. Well, they wouldn't do it. Not because the assistant county attorney wouldn't do it, because Jeremy and Julie, my brother and sister-in-law, wouldn't agree to it. I mean, it's really absurd when you think about it. And I think in their minds, they think that they're messing me up or something, which they're not. Now, so, and the reason why that was really important is Judge Grothaus now knows that I was willing to not put anybody through anything despite being innocent. And the reason why is if he finds me guilty, he'll be the sentencing judge. So this goes a long way for him to say, hey, he was willing to take that before. You made him go through a trial. The judge even suggested, what about harassment or something else? I was willing to agree to anything. I'm not going to plead guilty to menacing. All right, here are some fun things from today's hearing. They filed subpoenas. I filed subpoenas. All of them have been resolved with the following. You ready for this? No, Jonah said he drove by the security cameras at Sugar Ridge in order to capture me following him on film. Are you ready for this? For some reason, the Sugar Ridge videos didn't pick me up following him. Number 2, I subpoenaed all video footage and camera footage and photographs that Jonah took. The whole time I was near him, he had his camera out on me. You ready for this drum roll? No videos or photographs taken by Jonah that day, which is not true. He clearly was. Now, why would they not have those photos? Because they don't help their case any. It helps my case. So think about that. Sugar Ridge security footage, gone. Jonah's photos, gone. I showed my video footage, didn't I? I didn't erase mine. I sent it all to the police. And what does it show? It shows me following him, not chasing him. It shows me talking to him. That's it. Next thing that I did, I subpoenaed all written communications that Jeremy sent to me telling me I wasn't allowed on Sugar Ridge. Now, you can't make this up. 3 years ago, I agreed to an EPO against him because I didn't want to be around him anyway. Nowhere in that EPO does it say, don't be in Sugar Ridge. Then I have litigation with my father and Jeremy, and guess what? Despite all that litigation, which I won in a settlement, no telling me I could not be on Sugar Ridge. So I said, where's the letters? So you ready for this? They're not going to be able to produce one email, one text message, one writing where they said, Eric, don't go on Sugar Ridge. And by the way, they didn't. Why? My driveway is shared with Sugar Ridge. Sugar Ridge goes this way back to my house. My dad is, despite all the feud, My dad never told me I couldn't be on the farm, be at the house, be at Sugar Ridge or nothing. Jeremy concocts that. He lies to the police officers. Now just imagine how brutal my cross-examination is going to be of Jeremy. So think about this. No proof, besides Jeremy's going to say, I told him, which isn't true because, guess what? I'll be able to show no phone calls between me and him. So they have no proof, none, that I was told not to be on Sugar Ridge, and yet they charged me with trespassing. Why? Because Jeremy told the police officers that, and the police officers believed him. Number two, menacing. No threat, no chasing. I was trying to follow him to get him to tell him to stop. Now, then there's harassing communications with Julie. Guess what? Despite all the EPOs, despite everything, they never told me not to communicate to Julie. So why would I text Julie? You have to have a legitimate purpose. My legitimate purpose was to get Jonah to leave me and my wife alone. Remember, the reason why I got mad wasn't just him flipping me off. For a year, he's been harassing my wife when she goes on walks up our driveway, revving his engine acting like he's going to run over her, flipping her off, all these things. So when he flipped me off, I said, this is going to stop. So that's what all happened. So I'm communicating to Julie saying, you know, I want to be just telling him to stop. I'm not playing around. You ready for this? That night, I got a text message that'll be part of my evidence to J.B. Lynn, Jeremy's lawyer, that says, just tell him to leave me alone, us alone, we'll leave them alone. Because I had for 3 years. For 3 years I left them alone. I didn't violate any EPO. So what this is this is Jeremy. He's just a little dweeb. I mean, Jeremy is such a little dweeb. He's the youngest in the family, the spoiledest in the family. He's never tried a case. My dad's handed him some stuff on a silver platter. By the way, not me. Not me. I've earned my way all the way through my life. Not Jeremy. Jeremy is such a... By the way, and he hates when I say this, just so you know, all of my brothers and sisters think Jeremy's a little dweeb. All my brothers and sisters think Julie is resting bitch face. She is. They came to the pretrial in the courtroom. I mean, it's just, they're just yuck, miserable, unhappy people. And he is so jealous of me. So jealous of me. But I can't help it. He's jealous of me. And just to let you know, those of you that love my brother Jed, I want to reiterate this. He stole from my brother Jed the Kenton County School Board, and my brother Jed decided not to fight for it. And to the day Jed died, his last dying breath, he hated Jeremy. Jeremy is a little conniving jerk. He is. And what's great about me being free from it all is I'm able to say the truth. And so this whole thing is unraveling. It was all blown out of proportion. I'm going to be found not guilty. If I'm found guilty, which I'm not going to go to jail. You don't go to jail for first offender for this kind of thing. And here I was trying to resolve it. I mean, I was wanting to plead guilty to 2 things I didn't do just to get it over with. But no. They think they got something over on me or something. And it's just more Jeremy and Julie. They're pathetic. They're pathetic human beings. So anyway, I just wanted to give you the update on the trial. It's March 8th if you want to come on down and watch me just absolutely disintegrate Jeremy, Julie, Jonah. By the way, Jonah on the stand. But I want to tell you something. I have got some surprises for all of them on cross-examination that the assistant county attorney and Jeremy, Julie, Jonah, they're not going to see coming. It's going to be hysterical. It's going to be hysterical. What's the art of Sun Tzu? Don't let them see you coming. Deception. I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to be hysterical. But these charges should have never been brought in the first place. And they were all brought because my brother Jeremy lied to the police and pushed the police to file them. Police should have stood up to them. By the way, the police officer is going to get a little bit of the bulldog cross-examination too. By the way, on the video clip, they say, well, I'm not scared of him. Why should you be scared of me? But let me tell you, officer, you're going to really enjoy my cross-examination of you. This is the bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.